D.M.W. Greer. D.M.W. Greer, born August 23, 1957, is an American playwright. He is the author of Burning Blue, written in 1992 and premiered at the King's Head Theatre on London's Fringe in 1995. Early life. Born David Milne Willard Roman III in Patuxent River, Maryland. His father, Daniel David Milne Willard, was a test pilot at the United States Naval Test Pilot School. His mother, Suzanne, daughter of Navy test pilot Seymour Anderson Johnson and Alice Virginia Kelly, was a homemaker. In 1965, his mother remarried Vice Admiral Howard E. Greer of Tyler, Texas, and the family moved to Yokosuka, Japan, where his stepfather was stationed with the 7th Fleet. In 1968, stepfather Greer was commanding officer of the aircraft carrier USS Hancock, which is now in the National Air and Space Museum. After more than 20 different schools in 17 cities, Greer graduated from Radford High School in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1975. He began his university education at the United States Naval Academy class of 1980 before bilging out and transferring to Oregon State University, where he jumped ahead a year, made the dean's list, and earned a bachelor's degree in architecture/landscape on the same day he was commissioned an ensign in the Navy. The U.S. Navy. After reporting to Pensacola, Florida, for flight training, Greer earned his wings in 1982 and reported to an anti-submarine warfare helicopter squadron in San Diego, California, where he flew the now obsolete Kaman SH-2 Sea Sprite. In 1983, Greer was transferred to the Naval Information Office on Fifth Avenue in New York City, where he was responsible for promoting the Navy to the major media outlets and assisted in the planning of the Statue of Liberty centennial celebrations. In 1986, he left the U.S. Navy. Acting and other interests. Greer worked as a freelance graphic designer for various magazines and illustrated a couple of travel books, the Rum and Riggy series, for his friend Jonathan Runge. For a time he worked for a multimedia production company and then managed the office of a small computer networking company in exchange for a sofa bed to sleep on while he studied acting at the Orchard. After unexceptional performances in several off-Broadway productions in New York, a small role in a Nantucket production of The Normal Heart, and small roles in the Westport Country Playhouse production of A Few Good Men, he decided this was not his calling. 1990s and 2000s. In 1992, Greer wrote his first play, Burning Blue, which opened at the King's Head on London's Fringe in 1995 to great critical acclaim. West End producer Robert Fox took it to the Theatre Royal, Haymarket, where the play received Evening Standard nominations, and the production won 2 Olivier Awards for John Napier's set design and David Hersey's sound design. The play opened in Cape Town and then Johannesburg in 1996. Burning Blue then opened in Tel Aviv's Beit Lesson Theatre, where it also won critical praise and played to full houses for 18 months. In 1998, John Hickok returned to the helm, directing the American premiere in Los Angeles at the Tiny Court Theater, where it was an instant hit with the Los Angeles Times. Kevin Otto from the South Africa production reprised his role as Lieutenant Dan Lynch, and Martin McDougall, who originated the role of Lieutenant J.G. Charlie Trumbo in London, returned to play the role again. They were joined by Tim DeKay, who wowed the critics with his portrayal of Lieutenant Will Stephenson, originally played by Irish actor/director Ian Fitzgibbon in the London. Productions followed in San Francisco later that year, and finally in New York in 2002. A film version began production in 2010 and was premiered on June 6, 2014. 2000s. His second play, Alice Virginia, premiered in London in 2003 with Andrew Halliday and Amanda Boxer, as the secondary leads and Susanna York playing the title role. In the same year, Greer directed the pilot episode of his six-part mockumentary, Ticket to Glory, a dark comedy about fame and misfortune. In 2005, wrote a screen adaptation of Ibsen's Ghosts for United Media and collaborated with director Ian Fitzgibbon on Danny Boy, a romantic comedy about New Yorkers floundering and falling in love in Dublin. In addition to his writing, Greer has been designing and renovating both commercial and residential spaces for the past 20 years. In 2005, his partner Andrew Halliday joined the business full-time with the formation of Halliday Greer, a one-stop shopping design operation with high-end projects in New York, California, Miami, and London. Their work has been published in London and New York.